Hello and welcome back to another episode of Gaming with Galadia. In the Minecraft world from last time, we had the villager breeder going, and there was a few defects with it. But to start out, I ended up farming wheat in there and ended up with a whole bunch of extra seeds. So I created this contraption to get me some bone meal and just kind of free up my chest space. So got a hopper into a composter, into another hopper, which goes into a chest, and that is collecting bone meal. So whatever you have extra for wheat seeds, just put in the top hopper, and it'll end up turning into bone meal. Not really sure what I'm going to use the bone meal for, but it's good to have. And as I said, there was a couple small defects with this. As you notice, the top looks a little bit different. I ended up having to do solid blocks and light it up, and I went up one more row with it. I also added in the iron door I spoke of. My problem was the villagers actually weren't spawning. I hadn't played since 1.14, so I didn't realize this had changed. Apparently, in order for villagers to spawn, there needs to be 2 free spaces above the bed. So I kind of cut this out and added an extra space above each bed is what ended up happening. So now we've got a whole bunch of villagers in here. Also added some more beds just so I could breed more. And this seems to be working good. I've got all the villagers I need, so that means it is going to be on to the next step of this, which is I'm gonna build a little offshoot coming off to this side and up, and I'm gonna make another little chamber to store villagers up in the air there. And those are going to be the start of my enchanting villagers. So, with that being said, I'm gonna get started here. Okay, so iron golems can spawn in a 16 by 13 by 16 area around villagers when they gossip about the need for an iron golem in Java Edition. So, with that being said, I am going to try to get this, I guess, 15 blocks off the ground so that they can't spawn on the ground. And iron golems can spawn on half slabs and transparent blocks if there's a full block underneath them. So like this block would be capable of spawning one. So because of that, we are going to have to do this very carefully and keep removing these bottom ones and go up like this. So I'll put these. I'll keep working on this and might speed up the creation of the staircase. Okay, I think I got that right. So not counting this first step, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So this is going to be the height for my enchanting chamber, and it is also going to be turning into an iron farm. So it will be a mix of enchanters and iron production. So I'm just going to take out my other blocks and get this into a really thin staircase. And I do not want any villagers to fall off of this, so I'm gonna put some fences in and try to secure this up a little bit. Oh, why did I do that? Oh, and just while I'm doing this, just to be completely honest with everyone, I had a minor mishap while I was away. I decided to do some caving to get a little bit of materials, and I ended up getting blown up by a creeper. Didn't lose anything, was able to recover it all, but I had my first death, and unfortunately it was off camera. But it happened. That is one of the downfalls of not wearing armor. But I really just don't want to waste my iron at this point in the game on armor, because, you know, iron armor, it just really doesn't do a whole lot of good anyways. At the beginning of a game, I'd almost rather have a wipe or two. It doesn't really seem to be that big of an issue. As long as your spawn is close enough, you can go back and get your stuff. And since I'm not playing hardcore, there's really nothing wrong with a death. Oh, I need some more fences. Oh, I also did burrow out underneath this. This is to future turn it into a bit more of a farm. And inside here, the entire using wheat for a villager breeder thing, it does not work anywhere near as good in 1.15 as it did in 1.14. I would thoroughly recommend finding some carrots. I think that would be a much, much, much better solution, but at this point I am just working with what I have, so it is what it is. Now to finish putting on my second layer. I believe this should be sufficient to hold my villagers in once they start trying to climb up here. Hopefully they'll try to climb up here. I can't say I've ever done this with a 1-wide thing. Normally I'll use a 3-wide, so this is kind of new, and this is kind of a new design for me, and I may need to change this. Okay, so now that I am back up at the top, I do not have enough wood to do this. I am gonna go gather some wood and continue the upper part. Okay, hopefully I gathered enough wood, so I am gonna give this a shot. And here's hoping for the best. Okay, so I'm going to start this off by making an 11 by 11 room here. So since this is going to be my entryway to the room, I'm going to start one after that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then off of here, that'd be 5 in each direction. Okay, and then I'm just gonna fill this in. So, probably gonna speed this up a bit. Okay, so we have our 11 by 11 square built, so I'm gonna take this up 2 blocks so that again there is no iron golem spawning in here. And since this does not need to breed villagers, this should be okay because villagers seem quite happy and content living in a 2-high thing from what I noticed, and they can claim beds and use beds, but they just can't breed. So since I don't need these to breed, this should be good. And I lied, this actually needed to be 3 high because the third one is going to be the roof, because I want the roof very, very spawnable and to be able to have water flowing on it for the future iron farm, which will not be being... this will not be being turned into an iron farm this episode. That'll be... I'm going to need some iron to be able to do that. But it's easier to do this now than later and just get it all prepped and ready for an iron farm. So as I said originally, I'm not 100% sure what the plan is for this world. If there is anything anyone would like to see, please leave some comments down below and I will definitely take those into consideration and try to do what I can. Okay, looks like I ran out of wood, so I'm gonna cut out here and go plant and harvest some more trees, and I will be back once I have some wood. Okay, so apparently I forgot to hit the record button. I am so sorry. I'm not really sure where I left off, but I'm trying. So I finished off my staircase and my building up there, and I took away the red beds from here, and then when nighttime came around, All of the villagers that were formerly in red beds walked up these stairs. There was not a door here at the time. And they all moved up here, where I plopped down one lectern, and the ones that were farmers lost their jobs because I sealed them in with this iron door so that they can't get out, but I can get in. So, that being said, I am currently destroying and replacing one lectern, trying to get an enchantment. Because these guys are, as long as you don't buy from them, you can keep plopping down a lectern over and over and over, and eventually they will give you the enchantment you are looking for, which at the moment is either Mending or Fortune 3. So that being said, I'm definitely going to speed this up because it is going to take a... This is a very time-consuming process. And it looks like it's the wrong time of day. You can only do this during the middle of the day while the villagers are able to change professions. In both the morning and evening, they just kind of wander around and talk to each other. So... yeah, looks like I'm waiting for them to go to bed and start again tomorrow because I had no success on this day. So I'll cut out and be back at this again tomorrow. Okay, so I have found some emeralds so I can actually continue on with what I was intending to do. I might have had to make an episode in between, so depending on what order I show them in, this is the farm I created to get some emeralds. I've got a decent pile of them going on here, so should be able to actually get some enchants now instead of having my enchanters lose their abilities. So on that note, yep, I lost my mending option because I didn't buy it in time, so future reference, if you ever want to do this, make sure you have some emeralds on hand so that you can lock in your enchants by doing some trades with these guys. So I'm gonna start the process of trying to find mending all over again. Hopefully this doesn't take too long, but if it does, it's my fault, and I deserve it for doing things out of order. Oh, and thank you, man. That was super short and sweet. I love that. So I'm gonna quick trade some paper to this guy to try to get him locked in, and not quite. I gotta go grab a book real quick. I forgot to bring one of those up with me. Really want to get this guy locked in, because I could really use a mending enchant. Okay, there's the book I had. Oh, that is a mending enchant, but dang it, I need to get some more sugarcane really quick. I'm gonna run back to my other base, and hopefully that guy still has mending for me when I come back. Okay, that should definitely be enough sugar cane. Now I just need to get out of here without getting hit by some enemies. So back through the nether I go. Oh, and I seriously have to get... Okay, we safely made it off the really sketchy bridge, which I really gotta fix one of these days, because I really don't want to go splat in the lava. May not mind dying, but I do mind dying in lava. Oh, awesome, and we still have mending. So now that that guy is leveled up, he should hopefully not lose mending ever again. But just to be safe, I personally like to just keep leveling these guys up, because the stuff they sell, it's really useful. Like, now I have some lanterns. Which, honestly, I'm just gonna use in here, because I do not like torches. Kind of like having a lantern right above the lecterns. Makes it easier so that when you're placing, when you have to keep like removing and placing a lectern, the villagers have a really bad habit of standing where you want to place the lectern, so putting a lantern right there allows you to remove and replace the lectern freely, to make it really simple to get what you need out of these guys. Oh, and this guy's got flame too. Awesome. So it's one more enchant I may not need later. I'm just burning through emeralds to level these guys because I personally like to level them one at a time and just max them out to know what they have so that I don't end up making two enchanters with the same thing, because that's just a waste of time. Hopefully this guy will be... I think that's about all he's going to give me. So he's got Blast Protection 4, Flame, and Mending. It's actually a pretty decent enchanter. Way to go, dude. Still need to make another one that has Fortune 3. That guy is coming shortly. So I'm probably gonna skip over the process of me finding all the rest of, or the Fortune 3 one, because that's gonna be time consuming again, but sooner or later it'll be here and I will be back. Okay, so after you level a guy, he reset his things. They reset their villagers reset their inventory twice per day. So at the beginning of the day and then again sometime about noon. So I did some more trades, bought some more lanterns, and after I get a guy, I always like to purchase a name tag because they're nice and discounted. So I'm gonna pick up a name tag so that I can name him. And what does he have? Mending, Flame, and Blast Protection. So, to name my enchanters, And to put that enchant on a weapon, I'm going to have to create myself an anvil. I believe I have enough iron around for this. So to make an anvil, you gotta create 3 blocks of iron. And then I should be able to make an anvil. And these things do wear out over time, so you have to keep remaking them, but they are very, very much worth having. Okay. So instead of giving my enchanters some sort of catchy name or something, I like to label them just so that I can easily find them. So this guy is going to be Mending and Flame and BP for Blast Protection. So, and I'll use the 1 enchantment level so that I've got a nice name tag for my guy, and I can just walk in there, look around, know exactly which enchanter I want, and buy what I need from him. But since I'm at the anvil, I created this diamond pickaxe earlier, and I am going to put mending enchantment on it just so that my diamond pickaxe will allow me to keep going. And at this point in time, I'm gonna rename my pickaxe. Wow, I guess I'm just gonna be lame. My pickaxe is gonna be the subscribe pickaxe. So if you want, subscribe and follow along for more content like this. Okay, so got my name tag and my pickaxe, and I'm gonna go name my villager real quick, and then I'm going to keep going until I find some fortune. So just want to make sure, yep, you are the right one. So now he is nice and clearly labeled, and I've got the enchants I need. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build 2 more wings like this, one off to the left and one kind of ahead of me going each direction. So this one I'm currently working on is going to be enchants for tools, and then another one is going to be enchants for weapons, or for swords, and then another one is going to be bow enchants. So I'm gonna separate these up so I just know which staircase to run up, and I can grab whatever enchants I feel like for whatever item I need to enchant. So on that note, I'm gonna spend a bit more time in here and keep playing with these guys. This is gonna be a long time consuming process. It'll probably take multiple Minecraft days till I get what I want, so I'm probably just going to end the episode here and do this off camera in between episodes. So if you enjoyed this episode, give it a like, and if you want to see more content like this, subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the future. And I am still looking for a name for my cat. It definitely needs a name now that I can buy some name tags. So if you have a suggestion for what I should name my little cat, please throw it in the comments section, and if anybody actually suggests anything, I will take those suggestions, choose one of them, and name the little kitty. See you guys next time, and have a great rest of the day.